One of the greatest features of Google is the ability to share files and folders with other people so that you can collaborate and easily work with them on the same document. No more saving, emailing, downloading, adding to, resaving, and re-uploading documents. You can simply open the document, edit it. Those edits and changes will show up immediately for you and for anyone you've shared that file with. So let's talk about how we share files and folders. Let's start with just looking at sharing a folder. So I've got the file folder that I created earlier called Google Certification Folder. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on Share. This is going to bring up the Share Settings window for me. Now, right now you will see the only people that have access to this folder is me, and that this folder is restricted, so only people with access can see this folder. I'm going to share this folder. So now, when I find the person I want to share this folder with, I have options. This person can be an editor. That means that they can edit, add to, delete, change the document. But I have some other options. I can also change it to where they are just a commenter. They can't actually make changes, but they can make suggestions and leave comments on changes that they might want to see. Or the person can just be a viewer. They can't edit it in any way. They can just view the item. You also now can add an expiration if you only want somebody to be able to view the document for a short period of time. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this on Editor. You also have the option to notify or not notify someone that they have had a document shared with them. And if you choose notify, you can type in a message. Kind of think of this like you're sending them an email. It's going to show up in the email that they are going to get. And then you can hit send. Now I'm sharing this with my personal email just to give you an example. So it's going to give you a warning. If you're ever trying to share something outside of the district, it's going to ask you if you're okay with that. If they're within our district, it's going to share it automatically. Now it tells me that the access has been updated. And then something I want you to notice when we look here, before this little file folder icon for this particular folder was just blank. It looked like this one above it. But now this has got a little person on it. This tells me that I have shared this folder with someone else. So other people have access to this folder. Okay. Now let's look at sharing an actual file. So I'm going to open up this folder, and let's say that I want to share this Google Doc example. Same process as before. I can right click and hit share. Now I can see the people that this is shared with, and then I can just add more people if I would like. Okay. The other thing that I want to talk to you about looking at this is the general access. So right now, this is restricted. That means that only people who have had it directly shared with them can actually see it. So these two people have access to the account, to this file, and can see it. I can change that. I have a couple of options. I can change it to just the school district. So now anyone who has a link to this document and works at the Murray Independent School District could open this document and be a viewer. Again, I could change that to commenter or editor. Okay. You can also choose whether it's searchable or they must have the link to access. Then I could change it to anyone with the link. So this might be something that you want to think about if you are sending documents home to parents electronically through like your parent emails. And if you put a link in your email, most of our parents do not work for the Murray Independent School District. They do not have an account with us, so you're going to want to have it set as anyone with the link. And in this case, most of the time, you probably just want them to be a viewer so they can only look at the document and not edit it, but you also have that commenter and editor roles for anyone with a link as well. In addition, you can also copy the link here. I can click copy, and it's going to give me a copy of that link that I can then paste into an email or into a document or wherever I might want that to go so that people can have access to it. You can also share a document from within the document. So let me open up the actual document. So now I've got my Google Doc open, and you will notice that once it gets open and loaded, that up here in the upper right corner, I have a share button. So right now, because I have it set to anyone with the link, you can see that the little person is here and it has the little link icon below it. That tells me that anyone with the link can view this. I can click share, and I'm going to get that same window that I had before, where I can see who it's already shared with, and then I can change the access. If I change this back to just Murray Independent School District and I hit done, notice that the icon changes, and now it's the little building that looks like the school and then the link underneath it. That tells me that anyone within my organization can view it. And if I change it back again to restricted and hit done, then I'm going to see just a couple of people. And when I hover over it, it's going to tell me how many people I've shared it with. So there are different ways that you can share and different sharing settings. You always want to make sure you check those when you're sharing a document so that whoever needs to see it will have complete access. But sharing documents within Google Drive so that you can work with others is one of the greatest things you can do in Google.